Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back, how good of you to join, and welcome back to our, survival series. It's really a survival series at this point. I mean, it's always been, right? But I was definitely expecting that at some point we would just be focusing on city building instead of having to fight these massive onslaughts. For that, we need to continue with our defenses, of course. Let me just show you that once more. I just love that. Look at that. The big baddie at this point has 6 boosts available to it. We have the maintenance reduction, that's a rather small one. And then we have the self-repairing plus 300% even during combat. We got the damage per shot bonus of 15%. We got the attack speed 20%, attack speed 25%, and attack speed 37% on top of all of that. These are going to be crazy. I can't wait for the next attack to come in. And yeah, well, look at that. There is actually Miss Hunt trying something again. I don't know why she's coming in with that or those few ships. I think she is actually really determined to get down here my big warships that we have there, right? The Schleswig-Holstein. And in that case, sending ships again and again over. But of course, that's not going to go well with her. Yeah, she's not even going into the perimeter area there for the moment. But that's just lovely. I'm feeling very confident. We are continuing also here with purchasing items. We got 1.7 million available right now. And we can use that to... I would like to really purchase town hall items that especially boost me... not income, happiness, right? Happiness is the one that we need right now the most. Because... as officially as of the last episode, I have stopped all happiness. Oh wait, look at that. All ironworks and foundries. That's a pretty great one. I've officially stopped all happiness boosts that we had for my people. And that means we need to boost them now directly with items. So income reduction for 8 happiness, I take that. That's a pretty good one. As this is really the most important one, and it would also then reduce my riots. This one is interesting. It does increase happiness, but it also increases riots. I'm still going to purchase this one as well, since it still gives me those that happiness bonus that affects then all of the people. And I think, yeah, that's it for now. Look at that. Look at Pentagost right now. We got massive penalties here. The workers are at -11, the investors at -18 even, and the farmers at -6. Why is that the case? Fish is a problem. The church is a problem. I did not build me some chapel up here. That's totally right. We might build us one. Let's go ahead and remove this farmer there and get us another chapel out, of course. Very important. This should really not be the norm, right? This should probably fix it there a bit. Yes, look at that. Perfect. Going down, halving it actually. With the unhappiness section. Next up would be the workers. Of course, yeah, fish is a problem, right? We got the destroyed coastline. Now it's going well again. We're not going to rebuild the harbor defenses for now. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. We can't waste those weapons for fisheries, right? It's just not... It's just in no relation really of what we can achieve here. Looking at my advanced weapons, they're going up again, and we need to keep them up again, right? Because we definitely want to go ahead and, yeah, build us some powerful ships as well at some point. Nighttime is upon Pentagost once more. The workforce problem is definitely getting fixed once the fish is coming in again. Also, nice illumination there on the library. I just love how basically every mod and every modder also focuses on the night visibility of those buildings. It's just lovely. Even the little lampposts that is integrated into that building here are shining light. Very nice details there. Glorious. Now with that, of course, also in this area we can upgrade, right? We have lots of engineers here still in the area. We got 8,000 engineers, which is actually not that much anymore. Let's go ahead and boost the next people up here to investors, since we now have electricity working here too. I would like to have at least this whole block here too, and this one and this one. So the whole avenue should now be investors. Yes, this is another, yeah, well, smaller step forward, but still one step forward. Very important, with the investors we get the influence in. We do now use 3 propaganda articles each newspaper edition. That is the attack speed bonus and the consumption reduction. Both of them are absolutely vital to our survival. And I would like to keep them active, right? So we always need to reserve the influence for that. And the rest we can then, of course, power completely into defenses and shipbuilding. Speaking about shipbuilding, we do have 2 steam shipyards. I would like to build 1 more Schleswig-Holstein. Let's actually build 2 more, I think, right? Yes, 2 more here. And that's the last ones that we have in this lower tier section now. Then we have 6 of them. That should really be a nice addition then. Some of them are already getting their boosts, right? So the items that we're boosting them with. Wait a second, amphitrite. I think we have them somewhere here. Then I rather not have those ships in the harbor area directly, because they're just too big, blocking off any other ships. And then I'm going to send my ship over to the pirate to also purchase them more weapons again and boosts that we can afford. This one is also really cool, right? So usable on ships. If we don't use it though, we still get the active healing that we have during the combat situation there. Happiness, happiness, happiness. This is really good, right? 12 happiness and just a bit of workforce reduction. I definitely take this one, especially since we don't really need that many investor workforces, and that's going to be lovely. For the rights though, because we are increasing our right chance there quite a bit with that, we might either, there's another one, right? We might, because they always have this penalty, happiness plus, but a chance of rights is also going up. We either go ahead with having something like reduction for rights, or we're flat out just going for some, oh look at that, some battleships here, some police stations. Yeah, unfortunately got really lost here. Down it is. Where's my white flag collier? We still have some space. Let's pick up the flotsam and then get into Pentagost harbor. Very lovely. This is what I want, right? Destroying those ships continuously, getting the loot that we can use then to boost our own economy and defenses, of course. Alright, yeah, that's my trade route here. There's nothing at the moment I can do about that, unfortunately. I just don't have the capacity to defend my trade routes there as well, even though I know it's important. Another thing is now Manola. This is actually going to be really interesting for us, because in Manola, first of all, of course, we are going to also properly boost all of those. So this is where my huge collier comes in then soon. Next up, we have the first artistas, right? So they're already here for a while now. We can go ahead and upgrade a few more. We have the materials, so let's just go ahead and upgrade the whole bunch up there. Perfect. We got lots of brows, but also lots of artistas now. And this is really important, because you know what artistas can do? Yes, they can produce sewing machines. And this is absolutely fantastic. We can do this completely in Manola with the bauxite that we have here. And aluminum. Aluminum is actually something we are going to need as well. But sewing machines is actually the thing that is going to power my docklands here on top of it. Did we just lose? I think we just lost my oil trader. Yeah, my oil trader was destroyed. Unfortunately, those ships are in here now. So this is where I'm going to need a bit of my own fleet, right? If I build the big baddie here, or an anti-armor gun, look at that. There's no use in having a defense here. There absolutely isn't. It's not going to be big enough for any kind of attack. So in that case, only ships can do. And this is where my fleet comes in, because we don't need the fleet in Pentagost, right? Absolutely not. We have the defenses, so I can send those ships over to Manola. Before I do that, I still would like to really boost them a bit. What loot got we at? Some chocolate. Alright, I'll take it. And that's it. Yeah, the other item was nothing, it seems. Perfect, let's turn it off, or turn it in, and get back to Ann Harlow, get us some items for the ships, and then return or get those ships over to Manola, because we are going to need to protect my trade routes. I do need another oil tanker right away, that we've lost now. There it is. And this is a huge collier. It is a huge collier. Nothing I need from this one. And this one's on its way now. By the way, they have skins. Let's go with a green. Nah, this is a rusty one. Much better. Or a bit better. It's not much better. While we're in the process of city building, we got this whole area here available right now. And of course, this is going to be city area for us. First of all, let's get rid of those guys here. We do want to have some proper blocks here again. I really like the fountain because it's just looking so lovely once upgraded, right? And we're going ahead, of course, with a few more. This is a bigger road that we can have than here. By the way, the game is running at a beautiful 40 to 60 FPS. I don't know why the street animation is laggy as hell. It's not lagging like this, right? It's just the animation really that's lagging out. Very strange. Let's go ahead and have actually here entrances for this one. Looks a bit strange, but why not? We can have strange stuff in every city. This road here, do we need that? We can have the connection here, right? And then we don't need that one anymore, making it a bit cleaner looking. And then I would like to have some of these bigger blocks then as well. And then perhaps something like a smaller block. Yeah, why not? Let's actually have us a little path here going through, right? So there's no reason why we should not do some of these ornaments from time to time. Definitely is caused by a bug, this animation problem that we have, because the zooming and everything is totally smooth. It's just those streets that are looking very strange. Right. That's also something that's interesting. They've done it before. They are trying to not keep let the countdown go down anymore, right? So once I'm in siege, they try to uphold that status so that we stay at eternal siege level, so that we can't repair stuff. Alright, this is actually a good location for perhaps a zoo, perhaps some botanical gardens. I mean, it's close to those tracks here, right? So we're going to have some trees here right next to that, temperate growth system, blocking those away, but we can still have, of course, some stuff here. Alright. Bit of an explosion there. It's always coming together, everything. Yeah, it's once again my sandmine. Ah, this is nasty. Let's have a look at some items. There is some good protection here again. Damage to steamships increase. I'll take that. The Corsair is very good for me. Yeah, the handgun and the pounder long gun. That's a damage per shot and accuracy increase. I love it too. Alright, that's quite a few of them. Not the best items in general, because we can't afford that. Let's have them though, so that at least every ship gets some boosts. That's fine. That's what we can afford right now. And that's what I would like to keep. There's also the coffee coming in. Very good. That's needed. There's the next caoutchouc trade. And then there's my ships. It's really going to be important to get them over to Manola there soon. Alright, I think, can we? We can rebuild that dynamite factory again and continue onwards. I'm going to keep this available for now, right? So who knows what happens over there. We'll just see. Whatever makes sense city building wise. Then we got a few more houses that we can squeeze in here. This is the main road that leads then into my current industry zone. So I'm just going to keep this one a bit open for the moment. And let's build those farmers, because we can always use more farmers. And I'm itching to build some parks, but the problem is we need to continue with upgrading people and also, of course, defense. Let's go ahead and have those here upgraded. And this block, that's actually a pretty major block at this point. And these we can also go ahead with. And now we got 14,000 investors, very good. Now we could start becoming a bit more careful again about my workforce, because I definitely don't want to get too low on the engineers. We're still going to need a lot of them, right? So that's that. I just also love that white skin. Lovely. Brick. The red brick is still my favorite, but that's not too far off anymore. A big fountain, perhaps, that we could squeeze in here. Something like that to have in between those people. And then, there's actually also a bit of space that we can have over there. Some tree or so. A bronze tree. Actually, that's fitting in nicely with the general theme here already. And then probably... And here, have it there, both of them, so that we can have some trees on the back. And it's also the white trees, right? That's okay. We could, instead of the bronze, also have the silver version. I think that's fitting in a bit more, as we are already going for all the white and bright colors here. I think that just makes a bit more sense than overall. You might need sunglasses. You might need sunglasses for all the reflections. Alright, meanwhile, the Mal Shrimp is already getting closer to my war fleet. Most of them have some items now on board, right? No, not really. So that's great that we can do this now. Yes, you're so brave, Princess Ching. Let's go ahead and unload some of those weapons. The Romanov, the Corsair. I love the Corsair. The Corsair is doing 30% damage to steamships, and it also reduces any incoming damage by 15%. That's really cool. And Polister, he's boosting that ship's attack speed and attack range a bit further, so this is also a nice boost. I think Archie has the ones for durability where we might have a look at. We could also just go now to... Yeah, let's go ahead and add some steel plates that are further reducing than any kind of damage. Alright. Over here we got 900 farmers. We need to continue there with a bit of city development. Even though, of course, we know we're under attack. We got 1,000 workers. That's actually not that much anymore. With the upgrades from workers to artisans, I should be a bit more careful. Here we have a few, so that we have them along the river here. In this district, right? This district here definitely needs workers. Or artisans, sorry. Because this is going to be a high density... Yeah, probably nightlife district or something like that. And then we're already negative, so I do need to upgrade some of those farmers as well. This whole area, still farmers only. Let's go ahead and start to mix it. Very good. With some workers, so that we keep the balance. We're at 81,000, and that's without any money propaganda. Lovely. 10,000 artisans and 4,000 engineers. This is what I could keep for now. And then, of course, we got the whole unhappiness problem now. So I should have those items in, right? And we can use them now for, for boosting the happiness. One way we can do this is what? Exactly, building a massive town hall in the center, because it can then reach a bunch of people as well. We could also just build some smaller ones for now, because I think the range is almost the same. Especially where we have the unhappy population. That's lots of workers and lots of investors that we're going to push here. Let's just go for it. Let's go ahead with that. We do have actually some room here, right? So this would be an area where we could reach a lot of them. There we have a pub actually that we no longer need. So go ahead and have that town hall right here. And start boosting some of them. We get another influence bonus here. The head manager. This is further, I think, increasing efficiency or reducing maintenance. It's reducing maintenance by 6%. That's something I can take. Alright, and then we can use some items here. Town hall item. Yep, income reduction. That's fine. That's what we can afford, right? And that's giving them some happiness now in this area. I don't think it's worth it using another happiness boost in the same area. Let's just go ahead with this. But I don't think... that would be worthless, right? So I'm just going to try and spread them out a bit. Wherever we do have some room. Up here, there's a marketplace that we don't need anymore. So we can use this area now to build us another town hall than here. Overlapping radius. Look at that, look at that. This one here. That should be an easy fix. I don't want to get rid of the ornaments. Can get this over there and move them in here. Now the radius should not be overlapping anymore. It is by an inch, by a whisker. So let's go ahead and move those guys down to this area. Now this is looking funny. Whatever happened to this block now? At least now we can afford this. Let's actually have a look towards the side street there. Or to the main street. Yeah, let's have a look to the main street. That's fine. And then we can use some boost here once more. The 12% or the 12 happiness actually is doing hopefully something. Yeah, another way of getting their happiness, of course, is providing needs. We have the happiness needs and also the normal needs. Happiness is a bit more important to me right now because I don't need more investor workforce. But happiness is, of course, the one. And we got the Gramophones here. Before we do that, let's have a look at my new ships. We got those 6 now, right? So let's actually move them over to Manola. This is going to be interesting over there. They're going to be needed. Actually, let's move 4 over, I think. Should we use 4? Nah, I don't need any ships here, really, in Pentagost. We do have our own protection, so that's fine. Let's move the 6 over. They're going to protect the trade routes over there then just fine, hopefully. Now, back again to my next production, that's the Gramophones. This is actually really easy, right? So we have the brass, we have plenty of brass at this point. Looking at 1,400 at the moment. Of course, continuing to climb thanks to the docklands. The other one is the wood veneer. For that, we need the marquetry workshop. For that, we don't need some logs. How's my log situation looking right now? We have a surplus of 50 tons per minute, so I also don't need to worry about that. And we actually just need to build one of them for 2 gramophone factories. And I think 2 tons per minute should be fine already to supply my whole city. It is. We only need 1 ton at the moment per minute. So 1 marquetry workshop and 2 gramophone factories. We do have this area. Luckily, we already boost that as well. There's a school. Let's move the school down to this area. I hear some shooting again. It's just a battle cruiser. By the way, also, yes, some of you might have already laughed loud, right? I totally forgot about the metal plates. I do have them actually stored on my ship, so we're just going to get them over here to those 3 ships. Happily boosting them here with also the handgun. There it is. You're getting a plate and you are getting a plate over there. Please get a bit closer. Come on, you can do this. Thank you very much. And let's get actually the loot from this sunken ship here. And those are now on their way to Manola, boosted with plates, items, guns, whatever, and chains. Here we have now the marquetry workshop. We can have it safely over there. Actually, let's have it safely over here, because the reason is there is a trade union and I'm probably never going to boost the marquetry workshop, but I'm going to boost the gramophone factory at some point with the trade union. So we can have this jolly good building here. And as I said, 2 of them should be fine. Let's have 1 here and let's have 1 here, because that's actually fitting in. And this one seems like a waste, right? Nah, let's not do it for now. We can use the space here, I'm certain, of some smaller factories then and whatnot. They're getting then their electricity. That's a requirement. Oh, this one does not. Alright, let's move it over here. It's not easy at the moment. Right, and this one gets electricity. This one here has the boost, and poof, there we have it. Let's not open it up for now. This is giving me some flat 4 happiness for all my investors. I still don't know why they're that unhappy. It's of course propaganda is doing its job with negative 15, alright, I can understand. But the rest should be fine at this point. Lifestyle needs might do something. It's also of course the metro subway mod, because without it they lose 6 happiness for the moment, right? So this is another 6 happiness negative before we get this one back in. Tricky one, alright. Unfortunately, these goods are not doing it for now. We don't have elders yet. We don't have that many artistas. So that's something we really need to wait on for a while. Alright, this one's now working. Let's get us another warehouse over here for the moment. This is totally not finished, so don't look at that. Please, not that long. Let's upgrade. We do have some 11,000 artisans. We have some materials left. I would like to, go ahead now and finally also upgrade the first artisans to engineers on that side of the train line, we could say. Right, so it's right here in the middle. That's lovely. And these guys here, nope. These guys here are still artisans, which is a shame because they should not be artisans. They should be engineers. There's some workers here. That's probably the school. No, it's a fish. We're lacking some fish again. Course. The attacks become more relentless. I can't do that right now, so we could use my free contract. By the way, how's that looking? Alright, 300 more tons of chocolate, and then we have done it. Let's actually go ahead and import with some soap, because we not the soap, with some soap. Let's import fish. We need it, unfortunately. Right, let's get 1,000 tons cleared right away for 200 tons of soap. That's fine, right? I do need to get that fish in somehow, and we can't do it over that area for the moment. So far so good. The city continues to develop despite all the attacks. And we continue onwards here with some Manola action, probably, in the next episode. If you enjoy my content, please also consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much and all the best. Cheers!